Welcome to Charlotte, North Carolina, Bank of America Stadium, and the Duke's Mayo Classic. This ought to be a fantastic showdown and just the flavor every college football fan can't wait for. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, a squad looking to put on a show, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Appalachian State Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Line gets set, first down. Looking for space, it's Robert. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Big Ten schedule sort of ate these guys up last year. They're looking for a better performance this time around.
Yeah, and it eats a lot of people up, obviously being such a tough conference. But if you look at the way you start the season, a lot of times, man, that's when you build your momentum. That's when you build your confidence. If you can hang around, be competitive, sometimes the way you start, Palmer, it just lays out the rest of the season for you.
And they know they just got to be a lot more physical this year. That schedule did beat them up last year, but take a look at this year's schedule. A lot of those same teams, they're right there again. They're going to get another crack at them. They've got to be better in the trenches this season if they want to win a Big Ten championship.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
He gets a block. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The offense set for a first down play. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. Here comes the offense on first down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. On the move, it's Strickland. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when you break out the hit stick. When you come and that guy gets struck and he goes backwards, that's how you bring it.
Dropping back, it's Wood. They're setting up the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
There's a lot of different ways this offense can attack you throwing the ball. One of them is getting the running back going, and the screen is a great way to get him lathered up and get the defense starting to think about him a little bit more now.
The D thinking bring some heat on third and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And in these situations, you're never looked at poorly, right? You can go for these situations because it's a really long field goal, so it's not a guaranteed make, or I can be aggressive offensively, and I like the choice. Be aggressive, get the first down. Nice job by the offense.
That's caught. It's Williamson. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They're bringing heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
They bring the punter onto the field now. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Fair catch called for and made. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They'll go to the ground. The Mountaineers will keep this drive going.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
And what a good job by the pass rush. Get into the QB and putting a lick on him as he's throwing the football. That's what you want. It doesn't matter about sacks. You got to get quarterback hits.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. At the 35, he's open. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
And 3rd and 1, you know they're running the football. It's just a matter of who's getting it and where they're going. But this offense, it really didn't matter. Nice job up front. Nice execution. Picking up not only the one, making it an even bigger play and getting the first down.
They're trying to get to it. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. Line getting set on 2nd down. Linebacker shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Still on his feet at the 45. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Listen, in these situations, it's so hard to push the ball down the field because the defense is playing pass. We bring in more DBs. We're dropping deeper in our coverage, and we're making you throw the ball underneath or run the football. Nice job by the running back. Listen, he got good yards. He didn't get the first down, but now he's in a situation where 3rd down becomes something where it's not predictable. Now it's a situation where they can go out and have success.
They'll immediately call timeout. And the Mountaineers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He's got great speed. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. The return man takes it to the end zone himself, and now he'll give his team the lead.
And your defense made a big stop. I think you're getting the offense the football back. But how about special teams coming through in a big way to take the lead for you? Get some excitement, get some juice back on your side.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. The kickoff team is out there, and their number one job is to make sure one special team's touchdown isn't answered with another one. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll keep it on the ground. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
Really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference play. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Offense in an empty set. Looking to throw, it's right. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts, and it's on the ground. And he was able to get back on top of his own fumble. The Mountaineers are in the hurry-up. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. With all those receivers in the game, you might think they were getting ready to try to take a big shot. Instead, just efficiently moving the chains.
Yeah, you got all that speed. It scares the mess out of me. I might give you more of a cushion, especially in some areas where you're going to get good matchups of safeties or linebackers on receivers. Nice.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only do they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today.
Power football with the run. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point. But finally, David, the offense breaks through, and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Coming after it. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Takes a hit as he fires. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better.
Quarterback checking off. Back to throw. It's right. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Man, and that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And I'll tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Fires to the right. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And money down is where you see defenses really understand where the sticks are, play great pass defense, know what's coming, and get off the field.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Looking for a block. It's McGowan. And the returner will be brought down. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Hold and finds his man on the left. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to run for it. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. Third down and inches. Nice job by getting the first down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Unloads to the wideout. Fires and picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That's how you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. To the air, it's right. He'll take a deep shot here. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his legs to buy some time. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12. And the Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll put the tight end in motion. Looking for room. It's Roberts. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Quarterback sneak looking for just a sliver of daylight. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And nice job by this defense. You kind of knew something like this was coming. Great job. You got to get penetration. First thing you have to do is get up under that center. Make it really hard for him to go forward right now. Nice penetration, stopping the quarterback sneak in its tracks.
Pushes ahead. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
And here they come to give it another shot on 3rd and goal from the 3. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Mountaineers will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The offense lining up for a first down play. Little touch pass to the receiver. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Trying to get to him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, The offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
The sweet feet buy a little time. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Got some room to run. After making the interception, ran that thing back to the 18-yard line.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. And then a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
He'll take it himself. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 40. He's at the 30. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. The run from the shotgun. He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6.
It's a nice gain, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
Leaves it with the back. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Here on 3rd down, you might want to protect the field goal, but you have to stay aggressive. Looking downfield, it's Wood. Snags it over the middle. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's 3rd and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on 4th. You don't have to worry about that now because...
And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. The 50. He's at the 30. Past the 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Appalachian State. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play. He does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turning on the Jets, making the big play.
On the move from inside his 5. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Looking to buy time. Got him downfield. Still running at the 40. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Offense, quick tempo.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it's his 4th interception of the game. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. 2nd interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
Here's the handoff. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Moves around to clear up the vision. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
A really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can flop. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You can tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You could throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the 1st down.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the running back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Dropping back, it's right. Lofts one high and deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Mountaineers decide to punt it away. Running it back, it's McGowan. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. 1st down here for the offense. The give to the lone running back. It's that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
They'll run play action. Takes a shot as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6.
You got to give this defense a ton of credit because they watched the film. They watched this offense go up and down the field. This QB throw multiple TDs their last game out. Didn't allow a TD pass in the 1st half. And here they are in the 2nd half doing a nice job defending the deep ball.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Tackle was made at the 33. It's about a 5-yard pickup, and that'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. With jet sweep pass. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Quarterback now breaking the field. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, App State.
Man, what a play by this defense. You're trying to get the ball back to your offense, trying to salt this game away and get the win. Not only do you create the turnover, you get the touchdown. Now you take a 2-score lead late in this ball game. This defense just stepped up in a big moment.
And he'll just take a knee. We'll start at the 25. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Dropping back, it's Gore. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Oh, look out. The 20. Inside the 10. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
What a great play call offensively. Taking the shot, you flip the field, and now you better get those red zone play calls ready and dialed up.
Trying to punch it in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Got rid of it just in time. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They'll try to pound their way in. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. A 4th quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on 4th and goal. And it's caught for the touchdown. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Western Kentucky has put on a majestic performance today, jumping out to an early lead and building on it from there. And now we have ourselves a blowout. They're up by 34 over Missouri. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Appalachian State regains possession and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it, and the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Keeps the legs moving. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. 3 wideouts to the right on 2nd and 8. To throw, it's right. He wants to take the top off. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. That one's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be dead at the 35-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Pressure coming. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the 4th, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Finds his man, and they convert. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. He wants to throw. right down the middle. And the pass is intercepted.
Well, we've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. And now, Jesse, the art here is to find the balance between milking the clock and trying to get another score.
I think if you're the coaching staff, too, you like to see your team play its best in the fourth quarter, right? Defense just did their job, so offense now, David, has to go out and handle their business.
Yeah, you got the momentum. Because of the defense, they've given you some momentum. They've given you a great opportunity to take hold of this game and really put a stamp on it.
We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to